We're here with Deirdre Anderson and Max, and I'm not going to try.
Max Nospish. Go by Max.
Thank you. At the Historic Society in Hingham. So can somebody tell us, when was Hingham established?
Sure. Well, first of all, welcome to Granny's on the Road.
Thank you.
We're very excited to welcome you here to historic Hingham. Hingham was along the land of Massachusetts. English settlement began in the period of about 1630. First settlers arrived here in 1633, calling it Bear Cove because the harbor is so shallow at low tide. You could basically walk out to the islands. And then in 1635, their leader, Peter Hobart from Hingham, England, came and established the 12th town in Massachusetts, Hingham, as an English settlement. And that was the beginning for English settlement here in Hingham.
And why did they settle here?
They first settled in Charlestown, Massachusetts, or first landed in Charlestown, Massachusetts, but came into this lovely enclosed harbor. And of course, because of the Massachusetts, some of the land had already been cleared, and they felt that it was a safe place to establish their community. They did a land allotments. They all settled along the town brook, which runs from West Hingham into Hingham Harbor. And they set up their meeting house, and thus began the community. And they were took advantage of all the natural resources that were here to begin their life.
So what is this town noted for?
Well, today we're noted for our beautiful historic preservation, our proximity to the water, a fabulous public school system. And so those three things have kept real estate values very high in Hingham for a very long time. It is a beautiful, very well-run community to live in, and we're very grateful for that. But over history, Hingham has been known for many things. You will sometimes hear Hingham referred to as
Bucket Town.
Bucket Town. And that is because so many of the English settlers were coopers, people who worked with wood, and they made buckets. So there is a famous Hingham bucket that is made of woodenware, which we'll show you. And those artisans who were working in the back of their homesteads were also making boxes, which look like shaker boxes, but they were really the modern day Tupperware. And then they evolved into toys. There was cabinetry making, there was clock making, not one of these, but other clocks in Hingham were made. And so that was a big part of the 18th and 19th century businesses. But there's also lots more history than that.
Give us a little hint.
Well, Hingham is home to American Revolutionary War hero Benjamin Lincoln. He famously accepted the British Sword of Surrender at Yorktown, Virginia in 1781. So Max will take you by his house today.
Check it out. Now we'll see the real deal.
Yeah, real deal.
Yeah.
And it's opening this December as a public museum.
If you guys are good, we'll let you inside.
Oh, I can do good?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's, maybe you can do that.
So 11 generations of Lincolns lived in this home until 2020. So it is an incredible, incredible treasure that we're so excited to share with the world, because it tells a really powerful story of American history right here in Hingham.
Wow.
So that's one. And then we're also quite famous for our role in, sadly, Great World Wars. You want to talk a little bit about?
Yeah, no. What's great about Hingham is you can pick an era.
Yep.
We always say in Hingham, if you know Hingham history, you know American history, because there's so many connections to everything. I mean, when you think of World War II or World War I, you don't think of Massachusetts.
No.
You know, there's a million other places. I mean, it's a
That's
world war
true.
for a reason. You think of a million other places, but not Massachusetts. But here we have so much history around the shipbuilding during those wars. We had a high school a student come in yesterday, and she's writing a paper about the Rosie the Riveters that were in the Hingham shipyard. Today, if you go to Hingham Shipyard, it's a movie theater and a restaurant. But back then, they were pumping out an incredible amount of ships to help with the war effort. And 3,000, I don't even know if that's the right number, but thousands of women were employed at the shipyard.
Wow.
And we found pictures of them yesterday, and we're like digging into this history.
Now, where did you find all this yesterday?
Oh my gosh! So our archives are huge.
Okay,
Like so many
Okay.
historical societies,
Okay,
our
that's
archives just go on forever, and there's so many rabbit holes you can go down. And so we had this wonderful high school student show up, and she wanted to know all about the shipyard. So me and our archivist Bob, we go up there, we plot everything we have about the shipyard. Half of it, 3/4 of it I haven't even seen before.
Wow.
And so we're going through the scrapbooks, we're going through the old documents, the paperwork, the old photos, and we're like, so many with one of the fun things about history is you get these pictures or these documents with so many things on it. Like here's a bunch of people. Well, who are they?
Yeah.
Nobody wrote down why these people are important or who they are. So we're sitting there doing all this research, and yesterday we found all sorts of stuff about the shipyard workers. And so it's one of those things that really is one of the pleasures of working at a historical society like this, is that you can find this connection to World War II in Hingham, Massachusetts, that you would have never thought just cruising through town today.
Wow. Well, we're going to get some B-roll on this place because every room I've been in, which is only a couple, it's very exciting. I can see all sorts of interesting things. Do you keep the same things displayed all the time?
No, we typically, the main reception, the ballroom area we call, which is a misnomer because there was never many balls, this used to be a school, is typically our exhibition space. And right now we're between exhibitions, so what we hope by the time that the world is commemorating America's 250th birthday in 2026, that we'll have a new exhibition planned and on display for people. But in the meantime, we're so excited to open up. Our biggest exhibition will be the Benjamin Lincoln House opening as a museum.
Wow.
So we're excited to show you that.
Well, great. We're excited. I'm so super impressed by everything I've seen so
That's what
far.
we like to hear.
That's what we like to
Yeah.
hear. Right
I'm
for
sure
Hingham,
you
right
do.
for history.
Yes. Wow. Very nice.